Have you ever stopped to think about what your phone really says about you? I mean, beyond just your contacts and photos? Well, today we're going to dig into some really cool research that kind of decodes the psychology that's hiding right there in our phone habits. And it turns out, pretty much every single tap and swipe tells a story.
All right, so let's just jump right in with the question that gets to the heart of all this. Seriously, if someone picked up your phone right now and just started scrolling, what kind of story would it tell about you? Are you an open book? A closed-off fortress? As we're about to see, every little choice, every tap, every swipe, every app you keep on your home screen, it's all a clue.
And that's because, none of this stuff is random, right? The way we use our phones, it's like a mirror. It's a reflection of our deeper psychological traits, what we want, what makes us anxious, what really drives us. And this research actually breaks down all these patterns into 5 pretty distinct personality types.
Okay, let's get into it. First up, we're going to look at 2 personality types that have totally different goals for their phones. One is all about simplifying their world, and the other, well, they're all about preserving it.
You definitely know someone like this. You look at their phone screen and it's practically empty, maybe 3 or 4 icons. That's the person who sees their phone as just a tool, nothing more, nothing less. So let's meet our first type, the minimal user.
So how do they act? Well, it's all about keeping things simple. They stick to the absolute basics. The phone app, messages, maybe the camera. And that's pretty much it. All those annoying notifications, they're turned off. And honestly, they'd much rather just call someone and have a real conversation than get sucked into the black hole of a web search.
Okay, so what's really going on here? It's not that they're just, anti-tech. It goes deeper. It's often about anxiety, a real desire to keep things the same and avoid change, and just this need to keep life simple. For this person, a simple phone literally means a less stressful life.
All right, now let's do a complete 180 and meet a totally different kind of user, the archiver. For this person, their phone is so much more than a tool. It's like a time capsule. It's their own personal museum, documenting their entire life.
Their whole digital world is built around one thing, preservation. I mean, picture that person you know whose phone is basically a digital scrapbook, bursting with every single family photo taken since, 2010. They have chat histories that scroll back for years and detailed records of, everything. They're basically the official historians of their own lives.
So what's the motivation here? It all comes down to a really powerful desire to hold on to memories, to look back, and to organize their life story. Their phone is the main tool they use to reflect, and really, to maintain their own sense of who they are. All right. Moving on, we've got 2 more types to look at. One of them uses their phone almost purely for connection, for people. The other, it's all about efficiency. They both see it as a kind of gateway to the world, but for completely different reasons. Oh, you definitely know this person too. Their entire digital world revolves around people. Their phone is just buzzing with conversations, with shared photos, with moments. So, let's meet the social connector.
Yeah, their digital fingerprints are all over any place people gather online. They are the absolute lifeblood of the family group chat, right? Always sharing photos, sending updates, and they are fluent in the language of emojis and stickers. They use them to get across all the emotion that plain old text just can't.
So what's behind all this? It's a really deep, fundamental need to belong. These are people who thrive on that emotional exchange and are really sensitive to feeling lonely. For them, technology isn't a distraction, it's a lifeline to their community.
Okay, and now for maybe the most pragmatic user of them all. This is the person who looks at their phone and sees a tool for getting things done. It's that plain and simple. Let's meet the utility seeker.
Their phone screen isn't for hanging out and socializing. Nope. It's a dashboard for managing their life. You're going to find super functional, task-based apps, banking, maps, maybe a hospital portal. They know exactly how to order a taxi or get food delivered with zero fuss. There's no fluff here. Every single action is precise and has a very clear purpose.
The psychology behind this is just pure pragmatism. They are incredibly goal-oriented and they value efficiency above almost anything else. Sure, they'll learn a new app, but there's a catch. It has to be useful. If it doesn't solve a real-world problem for them, it might as well not exist. And that brings us to our 5th and final personality type. This is the person who sees their phone as something more than just a tool for tasks or a link to friends. For them, it's a portal, a gateway to endless knowledge and personal growth.
So let's meet the digital learner,
These are the folks who are always pushing the boundaries of what their phone can actually do. They're on this constant quest for self-improvement and new information.
Their behavior is just defined by this relentless curiosity. You'll probably find them watching educational videos or lectures, maybe using AI and other advanced search tools to really dig deep into a topic they're interested in, and they are always experimenting, installing new apps just to see what they're capable of.
And what does this all point to? It's that core drive for personal growth. They have a mind that's open to new ideas, and that makes their phone a genuine partner in their lifelong learning journey.
So, there you have it. We've met 5 totally distinct digital personalities, right? From the super cautious minimal user all the way to the endlessly curious digital learner. So now, let's kind of pull back, connect the dots, and talk about what this all really means.
This right here really drives the whole point home. It lays it all out, mapping specific digital behaviors directly to core psychological traits. You see it right there? Using just a few apps? That points to a need for stability. Storing tons of photos? That's about preserving your identity. Every single one of these patterns we've talked about has a direct parallel inside our heads.
So if there's one big takeaway from all of this, it's this. Our digital behavior isn't some separate thing from who we are. It's a direct, observable marker of our personality. The way we use our phones today is really just a modern reflection of some of our oldest and deepest psychological drives. And that really just leaves us with one final thought to chew on. As technology keeps evolving, as it weaves itself even deeper into our daily lives, what new parts of ourselves, what new facets of our personalities do you think our digital footprints will start to reveal about us tomorrow? It's something to think about. Thanks for tuning in.